Am I the asshole for rejecting my dad's attempt to make up for getting my birthday? Just turned 25 yesterday. Usually I'm not one for big parties or celebration. I prefer to just take the day off work, spend the day chilling at home and maybe play some games. Then in the evening it's family tradition to have the birthday person's favorite food and cake afterwards. Nothing extravagant, but it is something nice to look forward to every year. But yesterday it just seemed like both my dad and sister had completely forgotten, which hurt because we had celebrated my mum's birthday a week and a half prior. I didn't want to seem whiny, so I kept quiet about it during the day, thinking at least there will be cake at night. But evening rolled around and no one asked what I would like to have for my birthday dinner. My sister wasn't even home, she had instead made plans to go out. It wasn't until my mum came home from working late, that she came and wished me happy birthday. My dad, who overheard, then said, "Oh, I forgot, that's all, not even wishing me happy birthday." My mum then asked if he even got a cake and he said no. He said, "Well, it doesn't matter, your sister isn't even home anyway, we'll just do it tomorrow." I'm not sure why it hurt so much. It was as if the celebration depended on my sister being home. I pretended to wave it off and shoved dinner down, before crying in the shower and shutting myself in my room for the rest of the night. This morning I had to head out for work early. My dad was in the living room, saw me, and asked what kind of cake I wanted. My guess was he would buy the cake to celebrate that night. Not sure why I felt so bitter, but I just simply told him I didn't want cake anymore before walking out of the house and shutting the door. Now reflecting upon it, I do feel guilty rejecting my dad's offer to get a belated birthday cake. But I know it just won't feel the same anymore, knowing he actually forgot and the day itself is already over. Too long did not read. Dad forgot my birthday. Offered to get cake the next day, but I flat out told him I don't want it. Edit. It's been about a day since I posted this and I didn't expect anyone to give a damn, but thanks to all the people who left lovely and encouraging comments. I did some self-care and had a good meal and feel a lot better now. Cake didn't happen in the end, but it really doesn't matter to me anymore. Also wanted to thank the people who said "you are the asshole, everyone sucks here" and left constructive comments as to why. I do agree one should learn to better communicate through conflicts like these, especially when I'm well into adulthood. I think reminding people of your birthday in general is just an awkward conversation to have emo. I wouldn't want to go around announcing it's my birthday like I'm expecting to be treated like royalty. But when faced with a situation like this, I agree I have room to grow in learning to handle emotional distress with more grace. And to all the people who shared their bad birthday experiences, I hope you find people who love and care for you for your further birthdays. Much love. Not the asshole. You have every right to feel sad that your sister and dad forgot your birthday. You also didn't blow up at them or be outright rude. Maybe you and your mom could do something together to make up for the missed birthday. Not the asshole. What kind of cake do you want? One that comes on the actual birthday. Not the asshole. I probably would have done the same thing. They forgot, and your dad didn't even seem upset with himself or apologize for it, so I think I'd decline it all and let him feel bad about it for a while. My dad forgot my 25th birthday. I was on the phone with him and asked if he forgot something and he didn't even acknowledge the question. I felt bad but tried to move on. A few days later I got a call from my dad who told me he just realized that he missed my birthday and he felt sick. The fact that it wasn't him trying to make it up to me and that he genuinely felt bad made all of that hurt go away, and now it's a funny memory. The difference here is your dad doesn't seem to care that he missed it. Not the asshole. I don't blame you for being hurt that your dad and sister forgot your birthday. I am sure that your mom wasn't happy with your dad either. Your feelings are valid, and you should celebrate your birthday with your family if you feel up to it. Am I the asshole for putting a stop to Sibling Knight? I've been married 5 years and known the whole time that Mill doesn't like me. With her perfect hair and nails, fake boobs, she never had to worry about money and nobody in her family gets divorced. My life went the exact opposite and she's never seen me as good enough for her baby boy. 3 years ago, she and her daughter, Sil, decide they want to do a monthly family, sibling-only night. This means the 5 original family members, Hub, his parents, Bro and Sis, both married, get together to do something fun and no one else is invited. I was caught off guard. In my family, spouses are always welcome. We're a package deal. I let it go at first to avoid issues with my ILs. I already don't fit in with them and didn't want to make it worse. But after a few months it got to me. It felt like their family was an exclusive club that no outsiders were good enough to be part of. Each month Hub would go while I sat home and waited, and the bother grew. Why couldn't we get together and do things as a family? Why can't spouses be included? He felt the same, it made him sad to leave me behind. He decided to text her and explain how I felt, suggesting that next time all the adults participate. Her reply: "You're a big boy, you can make decisions on your own. She doesn't need to be there." I'd had enough. I called the next day to talk it out. She said she and Hub used to be so close, and since I came along there's a wedge between them. Said he's pretty quiet and I take too much attention at gatherings since I'm more outgoing. So I'm basically single-handedly ruining his relationships, and the only way they can bond is if I'm not there. Her friends do sibling nights all the time and it's normal, so why do I care? This really hurt to hear. All I've done since joining the family is suck up to try and feel any kind of acceptance from them. I told her it wasn't a thing in my family, so it's not normal to me. Besides, I wasn't suggesting they never do it, just maybe not as often. Talk was getting heated. The other spouses don't give a shit about it. Why do you care so much? The more I explained, the more I saw how little it mattered. I've never felt like such a disease in my life. Crying, I said, "You know what? You obviously have zero care for my feelings, so go ahead and have your freaking sibling night. I'm done." Still screaming, "You ruined everything. Nobody feels like we can anymore because of you." I said, "Sorry he didn't marry the perfect little puppet you guys wanted," and hung up. She called Hub bawling her eyes out, saying how awful I'd been to her. Mill spent the rest of the day at her house calming her down. Mill told me later that the whole thing started because I'm insecure, that literally the whole thing is my fault. Our interactions were tense and awkward after that, and while things have slowly gotten better, I don't think it'll ever feel right or normal between us. I'll always be the person that ruined sibling night. Am I the asshole for trying to get spouses included? Should I have just kept my mouth shut? You should look into a group rate for therapy for the entire family. I do not understand why you care if it is only one night a month. I do dinner, lunch with just my mom, daughter and sister at least once a week. We cannot all make it each time. My husband doesn't mind at all. Occasionally my 3 kids and their cousins would go out, just family, maybe a few times a year, just them. My kids get along with everyone's spouses, it has nothing to do with them. They grew up together and are really close. I think your insecurities are getting to you. I think he was enjoying it until you made a big deal about it. As a mom of adult children, it would be nice to just be with them occasionally that way. And I adore my dills. You are the asshole. Too late for what you should have done. But what ruined sibling night is adulthood. Not you. Families are supposed to grow. Mill doesn't want her nuclear family to change. Your husband didn't want to go and he should have set the boundary. He left it to you and now it's done. I suggest you create a new night called Family Night. And all the family is invited, starting with her. I am not gonna say you're the but once a month? What's the big deal? Just 'cause you're married doesn't mean you can't do stuff separately once in a while. It's not like it's a weekly thing. Don't you ever go out and do things without him? Hang out with friends or whatever? Doesn't he? If you can't handle being separated from him for a few hours while he hangs out with his family, that just makes you clingy. Clinginess does not make for a healthy marriage. I'm not saying you're ill, aren't I? But why would you want to hang out with them if they're so awful? Am I the asshole for naming my baby? A year ago, my 34 male sister, 33 female, had her third baby. She named him after our late grandfather, who is my godfather. Let's call him Sam. We love the kid very much, but my girlfriend and me were sitting on that name as well for our first child. My sister knew this. She didn't talk to us beforehand, but just dropped the name on us when she just gave birth. On the phone, I had an emotional reaction. I felt like she didn't respect me enough to talk things through or at least give me fair warning in advance. Things kind of escalated from there. We got over it relatively quick, but now my sister is angry because she blames me for not being there for her in a difficult time. The baby was premature. I really tried to be, but she kind of shut down every attempt at conversation. She said she has every right to pick that name, that she didn't steal anything from us, that choosing a name is 100% the choice of the parents. It took months, but after a lot of effort we got things back to normal. Flash forward to autumn 2022, me and my girlfriend get pregnant. We have been discussing the name for a very long time. We considered a lot of options, but our hearts just kept on saying it has to be Sam. It's a name that holds so much emotion. We have built the idea of having children together around this name. Our kid has always been Sam in our heads. We knew that my sister was going to have a hard time with it, but we made the call to name our kid Sam, because otherwise we would have regretted our choice forever. We wanted my sister to be the godmother, so about 2 months ago we popped her the question. Of course, we also told her the name we chose. We didn't want to put her in the same position that she put us. She said yes initially, but after we experienced silence from her. And we just knew they were angry and disappointed. We told them our door is always open for a conversation, but she didn't see the use since our mind was made up. So after a conversation with my parents, we gave her an out. We told her she doesn't have to be godmother if she doesn't want to be. We want her, but only if she wants to. She came back on her decision. She doesn't want to be godmother. She rejected my unborn baby because of a name. It's bad. Something has been broken. She can't talk to me, the little contact we have is through text. She feels ridiculized by our choice. I feel she puts rules and restrictions on me, that she herself does not need to follow. If she doesn't have to consult me in advance, then why should I ask for permission? I feel like everything she told me a year ago is bullshit now when she is on the other end of the story. We are nervous wrecks in a time we really just want to enjoy the pregnancy. My grandfather would be completely devastated if he knew this would drive us apart. He only had 2 grandkids. So, obviously mistakes have been made. I'm still in love with the name we chose and wouldn't change it for the world. But, am I the asshole here? You both are kind of the asshole for acting like you own this name. She's doing what you did when you found out you got the name. He's both your grandfather. You do not own the game, neither does she. Your sister had her baby prematurely and you just no-ped out on her because she chose a name you liked? It seems like your relationship isn't strong enough for her to be the godparent, and the name of your child isn't the only reason she's upset. Not the asshole. You can name your child almost whatever you want. But who the heck wanna be known as Sam number 2 at family gathering? Shocked face. You are the asshole for being a hypocrite. Your sister uses a name you had in mind for a theoretical someday child. You freak out. You use a name that she has already given to an actual kid. She gets judged for not liking that. How does any of that make any sense? You might have been sitting on a name, but there was no child. From what I understand, your sister gave birth to a premature baby, and you were too upset to help her. Even though she had 2 other kids to take care of? I understand being irrationally upset over her name choice, but it seems a bit much to pick on her for telling you over the phone when she had so much going on. She sucks for taking out her ire on your innocent child. There's nothing wrong with honoring your grandfather twice. Am I the asshole for pressing charges? So a lady hit me in a parking lot and started to drive off. I honked at her and followed her for 10 secs to a spot sign in the parking lot. She rolled down her window and asked, "What do you want?" I told her she hit me and she did not believe me, and I pointed out the damage on my car and hers. Her paint was on my car and everything. She agreed to pull over and we pulled off to a clear part of the parking lot. She got out of her car saying, "I'm just a little girl," and started off apologizing, saying she did not realize that she hit anything. This is hard to believe because both cars shook violently when the hit happened. She was acting very odd and was extremely adamant about the police not being involved. She seemed to be under the influence of something, but I could not prove anything. I apologized for yelling at her at first, but she was trying to leave, so I was angry. I then just asked to get her information so that we can let the insurance companies hash it out. After getting my stuff out of my car, I was concerned about her driving because I think she has been drinking. But when I turn around, there is a gentleman standing there with her, which caused me to be on guard. This turns out to be her husband, and he takes control over the situation. He also does not want the police involved. He starts by trying to give me the insurance information, while she gets in the passenger seat and she buckles her seatbelt. I tell him I want to get the license plate first, and while I kneel down to get the picture, I inform him that I will need to involve the police. I do not give him a reason at the time, but I wanted to involve them because I think she has been drinking and I would feel terrible if a worse accident happens after this, and I didn't call the police. However, after I said I wanted to involve the police, I hear him close up the insurance information, walk around me to the driver's seat of the car, and they proceed to reverse and then drive off. I call the police, give them the license plate, and tell them everything including the video of the accident. They track her down and talk with her about the night in question. She says she was scared and she was fighting with her husband that night, so her husband just wanted to get her out of the situation. She told the police she was very sorry for leaving the scene and she is willing to give all her information to the insurance companies to get the car fixed, and if they will not do it then she will cover the repairs. I chose to keep the charges in place mainly because everyone's actions have consequences and simply saying sorry or being a little girl does not make you exempt from those consequences. She is 24 years old and she was driving while under the influence of something. I personally think that this is a terrible choice and endangers others. If I let her off the hook I feel like that's me telling her that what she did was okay. Am I the asshole? Repair costs $2,500 $2,600. Not the asshole. She's lucky if they don't pursue her for leaving the scene of an accident. I've seen some serious fines for that one. She and her husband not only tried to get away once, but twice. They didn't agree to do the right thing until after the police were involved. Not the asshole, and that bullshit about her being a little girl is a disservice to all of us women who drive and take charge of our acts. Not the asshole. That is not a little girl. That's a grown-ass woman who clearly thought that she could baby herself out of the situation with no consequences. She 100% knew she hit you. Good on you for holding her responsible for her actions and protecting other innocent people from her reckless behavior. She deserves whatever consequences she gets out of this. It was a hit and run, the police absolutely should be involved. You sure this wasn't a human trafficking situation?